Ɔsoro ni munchiro before temen ka mechia wo Kristo Yesu demo. Ho te say menim se Kristo Yesu demo ho ye sade me nso me ho ye wo haye so for Reverend Charles Agane Boaten nie. Ebra so se me no beto am komoto twe no so. The choice of God in marriage. The choice of God in marriage. Yesterday we did consider marriage as an institution, and we explained the word institution, the word marriage, and what we got to know is that institution is the act of introducing something new to couples through customs. Yes, yeda suban bi ana amamra ni amanne foforo adi akyere okunu ene yere ana se bema ene oba. Ena yaka say marriage is a union between two matured people. Our real say oba ni bema wanyini ye ka omo bom na yaye omo ko anase baako. So we did explain the word union by saying is the state of making two a single. Say yede mienu ka bom aye omo ko, that's a union. And I yetutu ye hofo by quoting Genesis chapter number 2 verse 24 by saying, therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. Enuntia onipa ebeja neja enenena anana bushia ho na ode ne ho akofam ne ho kani a eye ne yere na waye honam kro. So in godliness 1 + 1 is 1. 2 together form 1. Inti yehade bi Genesis chapter number 2 verse number 23 ho, and it says, and Adam said, this is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Or say, we ni menamu nam ni dompe mu dompe. We na obefre na oba san say, berema mu na oyi ni free ye. Bible say, ebra osore efri ni ndem na ohunu Hawa se ugina ho no. Na ni je na oka say, we ye menamu nam ni me dompe mu dompe nie. We na ebefre na oba san say bema mu na oyi ni free. And the question is about say na Adam hunu sa or attracting no. What I say, the soul of Adam and that of Hawa was what? Commune together. The soul of Adam and that of Hawa communed together. They combined, they attracted. Omo chi omo ho. What I say? Omo chi omo ho ntimi kire mu say saa na nyankopon eyi wo ba ma aware a efiri nyame de awurade asese no emfempade no se wani bone so na ye be ma a etew oba no nso so ete no tu be hu se mu gina ho na mo hwe mo ho ba ko ntimi nkonya ba ko. What I say, there is no way say obetumi asa ne ho akọ untumi nsa ne ho nkọ efiri say wo hie wura ni mu na yeyi wo eye de efiri ye. Nti me kire bibi say bone no is only one rib ena nyame yi ye na emfempade ne dooso enso nyankopon yi ba akọpẹ ene free Adam, which represents one wife. Nti etwa say be ma bia wonya oyere ba ako ema enye mienu ayere no enye mienu. So marriage is about monogamy. It is not about polygamy. Our real gina ho ema oba ene bema enye bema ne ma ana enye oba ne mema. Bema bi amfempade ye ko oba bi anso uwura eye ko eni kwanse oware na wutumi nya mema ewo wukunachi se mpenafo ana wutumi nya ma ewo yirechi se mpenafo. Eba ne sa Malachi chapter 2 verse number 11 to 13 wogu the sanctuary of God. You have defiled the sanctuary of God. wogu awurade apam no ho fi ede aninguase bebrew ede nnome bebrew sanse aware wo ho ema animonyam se aware wo ho ema nhyira. And I'm two men for say we should be very careful about the way we deal with women. A massem bebre e breni passe e de aninguase breni pa e de wo say ye breni pa e manipa bo asesa enti yen mabuna yesiso a yen wareye ana ye wura ware mu no yen hwe kwan e befa so a ye ne mma besie tu anamon kire ne semfa wa ho den mama eni kwan se wo de wa ho den mama o se usika wo masem ho se wa ho de ubenya yare ubewu ntem nkwan na so bete sanse wahu se bema ewura sex mu a owura adwamanse mu a eya wo de ne kra ene di sa adwuma no eye mogya mu ade ena the moment a wono oba beda no one ne kra akwa pam. What you say? It is a covenant. You have made a covenant, and that covenant is of blood before the throne of God, which can never be washed. Sa moja frano entime mpepa emfre uradi ani mu da ewo ho afebo enti se mame ensa na enan na wafa hwe akra dodo abedi unipaduam Yesu ba no hu wa onhu se ye wa because ama ajoa akosia ene akwi akra abedi mu woten komo na se ena wo so se emema bebre na wafa hwe mema wonso okra akodi wo mu sanse oba firi bema mu nti oba bia bema na obeda no okra ekodi ni mu nti woni mema nwotwe na ada okra akasai emu acheche saa awurade ba begina ho a wonhu nti ya aduane a wahu aduane a adi afrafra banku wo ha bete wo ha fufuo wo ha emo wo ha mutuo chesa adi afrafra aya tantan udi enyeye saa na honhum okra ne te saa na honhum okra ete wa defile ohu agufi nti awurade ba se wo behira wa aware mu a onhu nhyiraw sanse okra na sesa se de nyame bo wo no wa ma osa se wa hum o kan verse number 25 na or say both of the couples were naked but they were not ashamed. Osena awarefo na ba oba ne be ma ne dadaja omo da so nenso na omo mfere ti asem ne yi sa bere ya wo a wonware yi enkowro ho nkire be ma bi ana oba bi sanse unim honhom etini mu ma wani ngu se wonware yi ubeyi wedeja so akire be ma na oba nyame ama saa wodi animonyama die bi na bo be ma na oba se de be ya ye be kura ye ho wodi nasem ene bo ye ho ban enti sa bere ya wonwura wade mu no expose with nakedness enchire oba na be ma. Why? Because you don't know the type or the kind of spirit the woman or the man possess. The moment I want to bed down, so spirit a etine kremu no abe possess wo de abe nya control over that of your spirit and your soul ebe tena wo kra so. What you say ebe chechere wo kra enti so ye baibun sama sa baibun samhum no ebedua mu baby abeko bi esam wo ye baifon so at the same time se suma ebi tena bra boso a what the one man that spirit no they will possess you. Praise the Lord. Enti se won ware ya be very very careful about the way you commune with men and women. Be very careful. Be ma bi wa was sorry just a day kura no wanya oba ne na wontime ntena wo ye kraman wo ye be ma kraman obetimi achini afri ha akọ memfa ne soame wonam fam ekope oba ono nso so brada no se ne pe na anwumra na wo so ofre ne na ba bi owo bia wo chini twetwa no wo ye oba kraman enye that attitude nyame amfa moma empanifo ka asembi asanefo ye se kraman ne chiri hwe dompe nye dompe ne chiri hwe kraman oba akora ho sie kakra. Stop exposing your nakedness to unknown people, unmarried people. One na kwa relationship no nkyerɛ sɛ wɔ sɛ one ne da. Enye nti wobɛhu sɛ wonhyia the right person no na afi no me abedi wo so. Na bonsam abetena wade enum na wodi unya. Wanye very careful abewo no me ma yarefo ma. Wanye very careful aware ne bebo asesa afi obɛhu sɛ aware ne mu no ani gye na firim. Woyɛ bibi enye yie. Ne nyina ne sɛ abrabɔ bi a wodi nkan de sɛ ase no bonsam ebedi wo abrabɔ so hene. Oba bi wo ho obɛware na mema bɛyɛ aduasa na afa no. Bema bi so ho obɛware na wafa ma ekɔ bɛyɛ aduosia. What is very bad? O say wa ho ode ne umoja, o expose your nakedness for the devil. The devil possess you. Nti wo be hu say awurade ani monyam a wode abɔ awade ho ban no be wura wa wade mu no ne ni ho. Na de o ha ne amane ne beja wo. Be very careful. Hwe ho so ye wate. Hwe ho so ye. We were talking about maturity here. We were saying a marriage is a union between matured people. Today we shall base on maturity. Let's go to maturity. Obi a we matured. Se oko Hebrew kasa mu a Hebrew fo ka kasa bi Talmud. And that Talmud means a man or a woman who is a youth, who is not an adult, who hasn't reached the level of marriage. And the Hebrew or Jewish people, they consider age 18 for a woman and age 30 for a man to be a matured being physically according to ages, that they can what? Engage themselves in marriage. Obi a wanya 18 years awaye oba ekosi 25 ene dia wanya 30 years eko ene yebu ne se woye bema ana oba. Enti wote se Hebrew ni eka Isa. Is stand for a man, meaning husband or a married man. Are you there? And 18 to 25 years woman, that's Isha Nasim. Woman is called Isha Nasim, and that Isha Nasim means a married woman. A married woman. Oba what do them panim so anaya wano. That's from 18 to 25. And below 18 coming down, if they catch you engaging yourself in coitus portus act, practicing fornication or adultery, they will stone you, they will kill you. You say wo boy jaman a wonu 18 years yenye wo ho ade wo mrakwan so say wo ye be ma na wo ye oba ye bekun jiwfo abakose mu obama mere mu no enti enye ize say ye be hunu oba na be ma wo boy jaman enu nti a o kan twora na eduru ba bi a ye ti oba bi wadwaman so a ye de ne ko Yesu anim ko bisa ne se etwa se ye si na boku na na asama Yesu kan ye ne se de wonye bone da ne ye onto bo mo bai ni nyina ne se Jesus came to save sinners. That's why he was able to save that adulterous woman. But emra no de kire se the word boy German were defiling the holy sanctuary of God. So that person must be stoned. And by the grace and the mercy of Christ, he was able to what? Save that woman. Hallelujah. Tie Yesu ho se ode o Jennifer ho die ema me ne umie no. Ba de nim papa ye na wanye no eye bone ma no. Kira no se de wuguo no eno na obetwa. Mun na adam ho no Nyankopon won se na twetwe. Galatians chapter 6 verse number 7 coming. The only paguo na eno na obetwa. Abusia ade a wunim se ye bone no enkoye nka se Yesu moja wo ho se bejew. Ade obeto asem mu. Ade obeto asem mu. Nti obi a wo ye Talmud no, o ye young, o sha, onya matured. That person is not called Ish or Isha Nasim. Isha Nasim. Obi a wo ye bema warefo. Obi a wo ye oba warefo. Nti when Adam was formed or created, and Hawa was formed for Adam. Adam was at the age of 30. Adam was called Ish, whilst Hawa was also called Isha Nasim. Isha Nasim. Hawa was called Isha Nasim, and Adam was called Ish. Na just omo nyinyine du omo mpa nimfie so say omo ware bobra. But what you say, they were matured. Well, say nipa bia ye born no ya ngono nti ya ntete no ye yen no. Nti Adam and Hawa wasn't matured enough. They weren't matured enough. That's why the devil was able to what? Deceive them. And nti a obonefo no etimi wi a wo mo no. Oba bia na nipa bia ya wo no no yetete no. That's where the maturity begins from. So we have some classes of maturity. O person will be unu so be a matured. Ya de niema wodo nsia bi ene hunu se nipa we de or ya matured. It doesn't care about age. Maturity doesn't concern about age. It is being grouped for 4 stages or more than that. And let's consider the following. Number 1, emotional maturity. Emotional maturity, social or psychological maturity, mental maturity, spiritual maturity, physical maturity, and financial maturity. These are the 6 stages of maturity. And these 6 stages of maturity talks about temperament or the character of a woman or a man. So person who so be a mature da ye de ni su ene ne ban ene ehunu. Ana sa su ni ne ban no e kasa fa nipa ntete ye ho. When you go to Bible class, they call it human temperament. And that human temperament is being classified in 4 stages. We have sanguine, we have phlegmatic, we have choleric, and we have melancholic. You have melancholic, choleric, sanguine, and phlegmatic. These are the types and the classes of temperament that will enable somebody to know that his spouse or his partner be engaged to marry to is matured or unmatured. And the baby will be ehun. Se be ma ana oba mene no ewura aware mu no wanyini ana se na adwene sha. Wona ne di nkoma asan na adwene te. Wo ye nipa wo vision. Ana wo ye nipa o kasa basa. Ni management tetesan. Se ni bufu asan na ote. Wona ne kasa o kanyan sasem ana o kandimisem. Wona ne tumi fa adwen de. Se na ya osi ye wo. Sa na yema we na di consider. What do you say? Me jina mienu bi so. Mental maturity, and social maturity or physical maturity. Social maturity talks about training, entertain. Sa be ma na o pesa wona na wado. Sena osi edidi. Abusuan be no free mu. Sena osi dresse. Owure nipa ma esa fata. Sena ne kasate. O se nipa wa se di yedini di eti ko bedwoma na. You have to consider all these things. If se ni sunu ne ban ne ya anye bia na nso kakra beba ho, so you have to correct those mistakes. Obu wa onima didi, but or your marriage material or your husband I wish you put a baby because nipa be any why you're tetting you. A man on a yarn, a banner sent to you, dear. I know more sort of but memma, dear, in fact, you need to yet a man at a ye ware ye wie ansa ye ntete ye wie peye. You have to consider some mistakes oba ebeye ana bema ebeye. Said ebeye amobe sepu mo ho. E wo se mo sepu mo ho wie ansana mo wura wadiem na adwamansam de oba ne bema nnamu asem a warefo ne ye ne de emodi kura wom mo mane mamu kura because the moment ebebam no bon sama be fa adwane so atena na bete na man kan hwe na se me wa wie na se nya ebe ye de na enye eye aduane na wa kan hwe ana aye tomato na pro de na enye eye nti nkokan hwe na wanya nsem de awurade apam kronkron no so wo so kire adwaman Ephesians 5:3 wo se bone a esi kwan wo de ho kan no ebesi wo ni nyankopon ntam kwan wo ne nyame ntam betwe Abraham ni nyame ntam twen 13 good years because of Hagar. Ujane yere ho kofa Hagar. Wiye no abofra na wonyom na woye Ismael no awurade dome no se ni sunu ne ba ba sesere so afunu mu. Bata wari ase enti adwamande mesrew nsoso ewo relationship mu. And remember, put it in mind that converting or conversion take place before marriage. Yes, sakra ni pawie ansa ya wa no be na ana woba na wasia no ofiri hen ofiri abusia bem ofiri esom bem enton be na wobo etwa se wo hu account pa account ade ase because me ye Kristo ni bia na de masia no ye kramuni nkramo mo no yante ase ma me mefa no ana me ntimi so ne mu adwaman se nya awurade na be soma me se me nko wa na me nko because me ne ni gidie baako wade ase ye ni gidie baako obi a wona wiase a wo bo ne bra ase de wo pe enya awurade na akasa kire me se me nsakra ne nwa na me nwa no me so me yonko Kristo ni na ma wa no because me ne nyina wo gidie baako nkyerɛkyerɛ baako honhom baako asubo baako agya baako ti eba no sa me ne na adwen no ebe kleke ye Yesu so hu nyina ebe ye yie what you say. So I can classify and say maturity can base on what faith factor. It can base on faith factor GDA and our training and teteye as well as traditions and customs are concerned. The culture. Say wahu. Enti niema we na dey consider. Said yes, nipa no. The suban baby a wo free ne background no. And na be kire esuni ban ne teteye awanya. Na se okosia na anya den amaw. Nipa bi wo ho a wona ne san kora na osre na de ne tirimodin o bi so amaw. Odwe ne ho chen. O ha ne kakra tu ni fo ne wansesa ma fa ho adwenwe yie because wa hwe yie wo bekun se wa hu oba na be ma wodwe ne ho chen wo no eda yare bi beche wa na jo obegya wo mo awu obie na no na o ka asam ye ya kire wo che otimi tu chiki ma wa wugina wa na wakoma ete wo ye nsaso to the level say on pese wo no obi akra be kasa wo tunifo a wo mfa mpanifo abam masaja no ko obe haw sana dwene hwe etoda asadama ne pressure ketuwa bi frustrating no na yehwe de wa na bufuo beye se na bufuo ba na ojojo no na wontia utunifo na wonfa be very careful because talk so ahwe obeto so sekan adan gomo na se enti maturity ni de magina emotional and physical so na akasa nyame ya adoma da foforo yebesia no. We shall talk about mental. We shall talk about mental, financial, and spiritual growth. We shall talk about mental, financial, and the spiritual growth. We shall talk about them. we shall talk about that because I classified the social as psychological. Into psychological, so na adwene said you what the way of thinking, the way of thought, the way of behavior, and on emotional is what a winning mu or check and sana what be ne spiritual and ne financial and mental maturity. Mienu na na me pese me na okasafa ho nyame ya adoma da me na obeto aso no ye be consider 3 na afa ya biebiem na ye de atoto ya setena ne ya ware ho said ye be ya ye make wrong choice na ye nkoye mistake na ko wura mu wi a amfa asem ene enkwansia bia amreye. Maturity is very, very important. And consider your spouse or consider your partner to be matured before you give yourself in for him or her in order to marry him or her as husband and wife. Already on shiraw onya okese on pajao de ohia bia on fama na ombie na dompono wo sesa ware na oguso se wo hwere kunu wanya bi se wo ne na be ware a awurade emie kwampa mamo na ho bambo nya kese wo mama